Hello and welcome to our presentation on our research. I want to thank ICS 2021 Melbourne for the opportunity to present. Today, I will be talking about women's lived experience of complete mid-urethral sling removal, a qualitative study. The study is the brainchild of Jennifer Weller-Newton and Marcus Carey, and I'm honored to be a part of this research. There are no disclosures. The Therapeutics Goods Administration and the Department of Health Australia has received 99 adverse events reporting urogynecologic surgical mesh between July of 2012 and June 2016. We all know that urogynecologic mesh has been associated with fantastic success, but we also know that there's been an extensive range of adverse events, and they include mesh extrusion, mesh erosion, acute and/or chronic pain involving the abdomen, the groin, the thigh, and pelvic floor, as well as nerve injury. Now, there's minimal literature about a woman's actual lived experience of undergoing mid-urethral sling surgery and its subsequent complications, let alone its subsequent removal. The importance of disseminating information not only on total mesh removal surgical techniques is key, but the actual patient impact is important. We need to understand that patient symptoms can vary, where selecting a patient for surgery is just as important as who may benefit from total mesh removal. We have compelling evidence already that total mesh removals are feasible and teachable and provide women with a sense of an action plan and also potential symptom improvement. Therefore, our study explores women's experiences of complete mid-urethral sling mesh removal and how this experience has influenced these women's lives. We will do this in 3 ways. We'll explore women's reasons for seeking a complete mid-urethral sling removal, as well as identify the lived experience of a woman undergoing the total removal. In addition to that, we'll explore women's experiences of their life after having the sling removed. 22 adult women who wanted to undergo total removal of sling mesh were approached. 13 agreed to participate and underwent the qualitative study using a hermeneutic phenomenology approach described by Van Manen in 1997. These women were given semi-structured interviews that were audio taped and transcript followed. Selected individuals did undergo additional reflective spaces. Women who participated in the study had slings placed between 2014 and 2018. This is an IRB-approved study. Retropubic, transobturator, and single incision slings were included. Underpinned by phenomenological methods, semi-structured, in-depth interviews were recorded, transcribed, and analyzed. Now, many individuals are familiar with grounded theory in the context of qualitative studies, where the theory extracted is in the data that has already been collected. Van Manen used 6 hermeneutic phenomenological processes, including identifying the phenomenon, exploring the experience, examining the themes relating to the phenomenon through reflection, expressing the phenomenon through writing and rewriting, academic underpinning to provide focus in relation to the phenomenon, and a balanced approach to the research reflecting on a section or the total. Now, within that, Van Manen expressed 4 existentials, and they included the lived body, the lived relation, lived space, and lived time. The median age of the cohort of women was 54 years old, with a range of 37 to 75 years. The median parity was 3, with a range of 1 to 5. 13 women completed the study, and data saturation was achieved. Complete mid-urethral sling removal was achieved in all cases. The surgical approach depended on the type of mid-urethral sling placed, but it ranged from combined vaginal and groin surgical cases all the way to combined vaginal and robotic cases. Multiple slings were removed in 2 women. For the results, we can see that these women expressed, "It's all in my head." These are women's experiences of the mid-urethral mesh sling removal. Now, in figure 1, you can see here the emergent themes of the lived experiences. And again, you can see those 4 existentials: lived other, relations, lived body, lived time, and lived space. And here you can see the 14 themes that are detailed. Women's experiences were encapsulated by "It's all in my head" and shared stories of undergoing a perceivably low-risk, simple 20-minute procedure and of not being believed when they reported that something was wrong after surgery. Now you can take a look at that upper quadrant and see here that women felt that they were being fobbed off. "It's all in my head." For example, women said, "No one believes me," or "Is anyone going to believe me?" Also, too many issues despite pleading. This was followed by a sensation of relentless treadmill. One woman said, I continued to get the green infection. I knew within myself there was still more mesh inside to cause this. Now, this led to an emotional fallout. Women did not feel like they were women. They had pain, they had lost trust, and also sex and financial burdens. For example, one woman said, I didn't really get told much, and I probably didn't ask a lot. In addition to that, one woman said, you're relying on their expertise. But the good news is that life after mesh seemed to be a little bit better overall. Women said the process definitely made them tougher, and one woman said a hell of a lot better. It's important to note that the social media groups actually were not as positive as you would think. One woman said there was no positive, and it was worse for me to see that. Overall, participants highlighted the lack of integrated care to deal with complications arising from mid-urethral sling surgery. Women's lived experiences are important, especially when they experience a true clinical problem. Unfortunately, a lot of these women felt fobbed off and felt that it was all in their heads. Ultimately, all women felt much better upon total mesh removal, coupled with the sense that their life could finally move forward. Qualitative research methodology provides important insights into the lived experience of women who requested and underwent mid-urethral sling removal. Women who present with debilitating sling complications should receive empathetic optimal care and ongoing support. A woman's decision to undergo complete sling removal should be respected and performed by surgeons with experience in complete mid-urethral sling removal. Thank you.